action from the opening day here at Bumble Beach, Kiama, Australia, New South Wales. Day number 1 of the World Junior Championships. Kaipagura along here with Luke Egan, with Nolan Rapoza, Harley Ross-Webster, and Adin Masencamp. So here's a wave that happened during the break.
Yeah, Adin Masencamp just getting a couple of turns there on the outside, having a look around for the inside. And Harley Ross-Webster, nice little turn out of the top, coming around this section. Yeah, gets a good carve there too. Just some of these waves have got that wave in front of it, make it pretty difficult. Bounces over that now to get onto the inside and just gets it up there a little late, incomplete on the shore.
Let's take a look at this.
Here we go.
377.
Yeah, one of his first waves here. Nice slash out of the top. Gets it up there one more time. Comes around the section. Drives through the flats with plenty of speed. Setting up an inside. Another slash. Flying to the inside and just coming unstuck on the shore. Could make it to the World Championship Tour. All that sends a message to me is that WSL are doing something right when so many guys can win at such late part of the year. Like, what, 4 heats left and there's still like 8 guys could make it to the Championship Tour. Carvy wave or a big dirty barrel on the inside.
Yeah, best friend or worst enemy, Sunset Beach. And right now, Nolan Rapoza, our current heat leader, just a quick little snap, and
only the set's giving some opportunity.
It looks like Nolan Rapoza going left, and on the right, that is Harley Ross-Webster, backing up that early score of a 4.17. So he's going to get a second wave in his score line and potentially change the situation right there. Just a 2.37 or better will have Harley move into the lead. There you go. Finn McGill speaks with a little bit of a whisper, but surfs like a tiger. And we're going to see him on day number 2 of the competition. Adin Masencamp moving down the line. Highline float, gets to the open face for a beautiful full rail carve. Comes to the inside, vertical re-entry to finish off there. And that's what this young South African needed.
All day, here we go. Nice hollow section to fly through in the beginning. Gets it up there with some good speed. Carves around with a nice slash, gets it up there one more time, hits the lip nicely, and just finishes off with a foam climb.
This is going to be baffling. Well, I mean, I expect it from you, my man. But you're right there. There you go, 5.67. Called it.
Adin Masencamp finding this little right-hander down the beach on his own. Beautiful snap, bringing it around really fast. Heaps of speed, and bang, again. Judges calling that's the best wave of the heat, a 5.93. I dare say he's not going to be down on that right-hander for long on his own after that one. I'm sure the other competitors are going to come up and lessen the opportunity for him to get another one, but that's extended his lead, Kaipo.
Hence the blue P by his name. He's going to utilize this priority with a paddle, moving down the line on this right-hander, throws the fins for a nice little reverse. Is a single turn reverse worth a 7.43. That's going to be up to the judges. I want Luke Egan's opinion.
Region. Let's have another look at it. Flies down the line. Doesn't really get anything else but that. And it wasn't the most critical air reverse we've seen even today. And those guys have pretty much had nothing down there since the first beginning of the heat, as we see Blue, Harley, Ross-Webster just getting one there, but it's just a little bit of a slow creeper under the inside. Surfing it well, but I'm not sure it had that much scoring potential. Yeah, some good surfing. Adin, I'm impressed. Another South African from Cape Town.
And here we go, Nolan Rapoza. Nice combination, but just can't hang on to the closing maneuver right there. And that was really important.
And see what he can get.
Well, here he goes. Nice little float, working his way down the line. Whitewater climb. Wave is nice and stretchy, but just really doesn't allow any of that vertical surfing that he's going to need to get that 6.33. So nice making his way down the line, a bit horizontal, 6.33. What do you think?
Not too sure. So the air reverse was the 5.27. Still needing something that was better than that. There was a lot of tap dancing to get to the good sections of that wave. Not sure it's going to be enough.
Rapoza, nice carve, showing some power there, throwing a bunch of spray. Nice little setup carve. Bouncing his board for some speed, hoping for a nice closing maneuver. And a little hung up. And now he's showing also, Luke, you talked about it earlier, he showed some of that body language. Rather than, I mean, I'm not a giant fan of the claim or anything, but at least kicking out, showing some confidence in the kick out.
Yeah, and here we go, our heat leader.
Heat leader, Adin's just having a good time banging that lip. You can see spray flying all over the place, and the confidence at the end of the heat for Adin is exuding as we're down to 2 minutes remaining.
Good chance on this wave that he better to score. Flying down the line here, great floater to speed. Bang, nice spray out of the lip there. Speeding through the inside, getting the tail loose, coming around. That could better a score right there, Kaipo, and extend his lead. Ross-Webster, here it is. Can he get a 7.49?
It's going to have to be a Hail Mary right here for the 7.49 looking at this wave. And it's not shaping up to be a 7.49. However, surfing it really well, you know, pretty much mistake-free. Continuing on to the inside here. Gets one more. So, could prove me wrong because he did go to work there, stepping up on the beach. So we're waiting for scores. Harley Ross-Webster's walking up on the beach. Was that enough in the dying moments? Just the last few seconds of this heat.
Yeah, Harley sticking to his guns there.
Let's take another look at it.
Here we go, coming around the section. Nice carve out of the top. Coming around again, good open face. Gets a little hung up on that one. Taps it up one more time. Just got out of rhythm on those turns, the combination there. Had to tap around this section. Now looking at the replay, I don't think it's going to be enough for him to take the heat.
Walking up the beach, his heart in his chest, heart in his throat right now, thinking, is that the 783? Comes in at a 4.8, not enough. So it's Adin Masencamp, the South African, is taking out the win, moving on to round number 3. Harley Ross-Webster and Nolan Rapoza, they're going to live to surf another day in round number 2 as we get back to day number 2 of competition here at Bombo Beach